Back in Week 13, the Jets dominated their first matchup against the Patriots. Can New England get revenge? Find out next.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Kicker Robbie Gould set to get us started, and we are underway in Foxborough. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now the all-time leading rusher at nearby Boston College, A.J. Dillon. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Pats, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Patriots take over. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And he powers his way up past the 30. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now swing pass for Dillon. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second and 3. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll run on first down. It's Alexander, and he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Dillon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Damon Arnett up to make the tackle. 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
That's That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Second and 5. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? This will be caught just inside the 10. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
It's interesting you, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, rules on the field is reversed.
So the decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with the completion. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So as it turns out, a two-play drive resulting in the field goal. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 2, Watson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Flushed. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Perry, the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Wide open receiver complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They're going to look to throw. They'll check this down, complete to Dillon. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make this a second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to find Gallup here complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watson on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, Dillon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st down, Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll look to throw here. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score. For the second half, now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because
on 1st and 10, Watson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Patriots. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. 2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. To throw is Watson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Gold is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.